Shut up and listen, because I'm about to hit you with a truth so raw it's going to burn your weak little world to the ground. You're not where you want to be right now. Broke, bored, irrelevant. And you're sitting there scratching your head, wondering why it's not working out. Let me spell it out for you. You can't focus. Your mind's a disaster zone, a chaotic mess of distractions, excuses, and useless garbage. You're failing because you're all over the place. You're failing because you're soft. You're failing because you haven't mastered the one thing that separates the kings from the nobodies, your mind. I'm Andrew Tate, and I'm here to tell you that if you don't get your head in the game right now, you're finished. You'll never rule anything, let alone the world. Let's dive in deep. The game of life isn't complicated. It's focus or fail. That's the deal. There's no middle ground, no safety net, no pity party for the losers who can't get it together. You either lock in, sharpen your mind until it's a weapon of destruction and slice through the nonsense, or you drift around like a lost puppy, flopping around, fading into nothing. Take a good look at the average guy out there, scrolling through TikTok like a brain-dead zombie, chasing women who don't give a damn, whining about how tough life is. He's got no focus. His mind's a punching bag, getting battered by every little distraction life throws his way. That's why he's a nobody. That's why he'll always be a nobody. You've got a chance to break out of that pathetic cycle, but only if you master your mind. Only if you choose focus over failure. I didn't climb to where I am, world champion, multimillionaire, the top G, by letting my thoughts wander around like some lost tourist. You think I built this empire by daydreaming about it? You think I won titles, staring at my phone, liking posts, and wishing for the best? Hell no. I focused. I locked my mind on the prize and didn't blink. I turned my headspace into a machine. Precise, relentless, unstoppable. Every fight I stepped into, every business I launched, every single move I've made, it all boils down to one thing: controlling my focus. You want to rule the world? You don't start with cash or connections. You start with your mind. Master that and the rest falls into place like dominoes. Let's get real about why you're screwing up right now. Your mind's a circus, a chaotic mess of noise and clutter. You can't sit still for 10 minutes without reaching for your phone, refreshing Instagram, chasing some cheap little thrill. You've got dreams, big, bold, maybe even crazy dreams, but you're too busy scrolling, gaming, or stressing over pointless drama to make them happen. That's weakness. That's slavery. You're chained to distraction and it's draining the life out of you. Every second you waste is a second you're not building something real, not winning at something that matters, not ruling over anything worth a damn. Focus isn't just a nice to have, it's how you survive in a world that's trying to drown you in noise. Distraction is your enemy. It's the silent killer stealing your time, your energy, your future. Society set it up that way on purpose. Endless screens, endless ads, endless reasons to look away from what actually counts. They want you unfocused. They want you weak. They want you glued to your phone, drooling over garbage, while the real players, the men like me, sweep in and take everything worth having. You think I waste my time on that crap? No way. My mind's a laser beam, pointed, sharp, cutting through the clutter. You're stumbling around in the dark, tripping over every shiny little toy they dangle in front of you, wondering why you're still stuck. You want to see what unfocused looks like up close? It's the guy who's always saying he'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. It's the guy with a dozen half-baked ideas and zero results to show for it. It's the guy dreaming of millions but too scattered to make a single buck. That's probably you right now. Don't lie to me, I can see it. Your mind's a disaster because you've let it run wild. You've let the world take the wheel instead of grabbing it yourself. That's why you're not ruling anything. Not your day, not your life, not your destiny. You're a passenger, not a driver, and it's pathetic. Here's the stakes, and they're higher than you think. Focus is power. It's the line between a king who commands respect and a peasant who begs for scraps. A focused man can shift the earth. He can build empires, win wars, leave a legacy. An unfocused man can't even get off the couch without a push. You want to rule the world? You want the fast cars, the fat stacks, the kind of respect that makes people shut up when you walk in? Then you got to harness your mind. Train it like it's your strongest muscle. Sharpen it like it's your deadliest blade. Aim it like it's your sharpest shot. Without focus, you're just a loudmouth with nothing to back it up. Background noise in someone else's victory parade. Look at the legends who've walked this planet. You think Alexander the Great took over half the world by juggling 100 priorities? You think Tesla rewrote science by flipping through channels? You think I became a champion by dabbling in a little of this and a little of that? No. Focus, relentless, obsessive, single-minded focus. That's what builds something massive. That's what crushes the competition. That's what puts you at the top of the heap. You can have all the raw talent in the world, but if your mind's a sloppy, scattered mess, you're nothing. Focus turns raw potential into pure domination. No focus, you're just dust in the wind. How did I get here? I'll tell you exactly how. I picked a target, winning, and I didn't take my eyes off it. Not for a heartbeat. Kickboxing wasn't a hobby, it was a war, and I fought it with everything I had. I trained until my knuckles bled, until my lungs screamed, until my legs gave out, because my mind was locked on that championship belt. Business wasn't a side gig, it was a mission, and I worked it until I couldn't see straight, because my mind was locked on the million. Life wasn't a game, it was a battlefield, and I cut out every distraction, every doubter, every waste of space, because my mind was locked on ruling. Focus isn't some magic trick you pull out of a hat, it's a choice. Brutal, daily, in-your-face choice. And it's the choice that's made me who I am. So how do you stop failing and start focusing? First, wake the hell up. Stop floating through life like a dead fish in a river. You've got to grab control. Your mind's a wild beast. You've got to break it, tame it, own it. Start with discipline, the kind that doesn't bend. Wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. No excuses, no snooze button, no whining about how tired you are. That's the first step to owning your headspace. A man who can't control when he gets out of bed can't control his life, his money, or his future. Get up early and get after it. Simple as that. Next, cut the garbage out of your life. Your phone, it's a leash around your neck. Snap it. Social media, it's a drug numbing your brain. Quit it. Video games, Netflix, pointless chatter with losers, they're chains dragging your mind into the gutter. Get rid of them. Not next month, not next week, right now, today. You don't need that junk. It's stealing your focus, and without focus, you're a dead man walking. I don't waste my time on that trash. My mind's too valuable. My goals are too big. Yours should be too, if you'd stop treating your head like a landfill. Then pick your damn target. What do you want out of this life? Money, power, respect, freedom? Pick one thing, one massive, burning, all-consuming goal, and lock your mind on it like a missile. Don't bounce around between a dozen dreams like some confused kid at a buffet. Focus on one. Obsess over it until it's all you think about. When I wanted to be a champion, I didn't waste time on side hustles or distractions. I trained like a maniac. When I wanted millions, I didn't mess around with small-time gigs. I built something huge. Focus means saying no to everything that doesn't move you forward. It means ruthless, cold-blooded priority. It means mastering your mind until it's a tool of conquest. Let me paint you a picture from my life. Back when I was in the ring, I wasn't the biggest guy stepping onto the mat. I wasn't the fastest or the strongest on paper, but I was the most focused, bar none. My opponents, they'd be out drinking, chasing women, living like sloppy amateurs. Me, I'd be in the gym at midnight, shadowboxing until my arms went numb, visualizing every punch, every dodge, every knockout. My mind was a steel trap, locked on winning, nothing else. That's why I'd step into that ring and send them to the floor. Not because I was naturally better, because I was focused. They failed every time. I ruled every time. You want to rule the world? Then start acting like a ruler. Get up early, 5 a.m., no debate, hit the gym, focus on every rep, every lift, feel your mind get sharper as your body gets stronger. Work your hustle, whether it's a business, a skill, a dream. Don't stop until you smashed it to pieces. Shut out the noise completely. The haters talking trash, ignore them. The doubters laughing at you, prove them wrong with results. The temptations pulling at you, kick them aside like the garbage they are. Focus isn't some passive, gentle thing. It's aggressive, it's a fight, it's a war you wage inside your head every single day until you come out on top. Here's the ugly truth most of you won't face. You're not going to do it. You'll hear this, you'll feel pumped for 5 minutes, and then you'll slide right back into scrolling, dreaming, failing. Why? Because focus is hard. It's brutal. It's uncomfortable. It's you against your own lazy, weak impulses every waking moment. Most people don't have the spine for it. They'd rather drift through life, flop around like fish out of water, and fade into the background of someone else's story. But you got a shot. A real shot. If you're willing to pay the price. If you're willing to master your mind and stop screwing around. Focus isn't just about checking off a to-do list. It's about raw, untamed power. A focused man is a force of nature. He's dangerous. He's untouchable. When your mind's locked in, the world doesn't chase you. You chase it. And it bends to your will. You don't beg for money. It flows to you. You don't plead for respect. It's handed over. You don't hope for a legacy. It's carved in stone. That's how I built my life. Bugattis, mansions, freedom on my terms. That's how you'll build yours. If you stop wasting your energy, stop spinning your wheels, and start acting like a man who knows what he wants. Picture this in your head. 10 years from now, you're either ruling everything or rotting in the dirt. The ruler, he focused, mastered his mind, cut out the fat, locked onto his target, and hit it with everything he had day after day. The rotter, he drifted, scrolled his life away, chased every distraction, failed at every turn. Which one are you going to be? Because every day you waste is a day you're choosing failure over focus. Every day you lock in is a day you're choosing to rule. The world's out there, ripe for the taking, but it's not going to wait around for you to get your act together. You want the practical breakdown? Here it is, no fluff. Starting today, wake up at 5 a.m. No excuses, no negotiation, no phone for the first hour. Focus on yourself, not the world's noise. Hit the gym. Feel your mind tighten up with every move, every beat of sweat. Pick one goal, one big, bold, world-shaking goal, and work it like your life depends on it, because it does. Say no to everything else, distractions, doubters, dead-end habits. No mercy, no weakness, no bullshit. That's how you master your mind. That's how you stop failing. That's how you start ruling. I've laid it all out for you, the blueprint, the truth, the path. I'm Andrew Tate, and I've mastered my mind to rule my world. I fought the fights, built the empire, silenced the noise. Not because I'm lucky, not because I'm special, but because I don't drift. I don't flop. I focus. You can do the same, but words are cheap. Action is everything. The world's out there waiting to be conquered. Your mind's the key. Lock it in, sharpen it up, and go take what's yours. Or don't. And stay a nobody forever. Time's ticking. Move.